Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I have kind of a combination haul for you guys. I really just wanted to share what I picked up recently from Marshall's, and I don't know about you guys, but like our Winners, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, whatever, those kinds of stores have been pretty empty as of late, so I haven't really bought anything over the last month or so. And every time I drop by, they're pretty empty, but they were all stocked up again this weekend. So I went over and it was really nice. They had some more perfumes. I only ended up picking up one, but then they had a bunch of other beauty products and, you know, clothing, whatever. So I am just going to share with you guys and we'll kind of open them together and discover them together. The perfume is a blind buy, so it'll be nice to kind of go through and show you guys the kinds of things that I was interested in picking up and that might be available at a store near you. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video, and let's get into it. So the fragrance I picked up is actually one that I swore to myself I was not going to pick up, and I don't really know why I got this way, but I just got it in my head that it was so recommended. I'm like, it's not for me. It can't be as good as they say, so I am pretty nervous. And it's actually it's this and one or two of its flankers that have been recommended time and time again. And the one I got is the original, so that's My Burberry, but I know it was kind of equally recommended as My Burberry Black and My Burberry Blush, I think. But I think the flanker, My Burberry Black, is the one that I've heard the most about, then this, then Blush. So anyways, I keep hearing time and time again that it's super, super well liked. And again, the perfumer on this is Francis Kurkdjian. He does a bunch of Burberry fragrances, along with his own line, obviously. And I don't know, this time it was $39.99, which is a really good deal for the 50 ml. So I decided to pick it up. And this, when I was reading about it again to kind of convince myself to get it this last time, he had said that he was like inspired by London and the combination of like an urban garden being in the city, but also a bunch of florals. So the notes on this were sweet peas, bergamot, geranium, freesia, golden quince, patchouli, and Damascus and centophilia rose. So it's very rose centric. And the reviews on Fragrantica were kind of hit or miss, and some thought it was overhyped, but everyone that I've heard speak about it in videos has really seemed to like it. So we shall see. I have hyped this up for myself even, and because I waited so long to get it, I feel like I'm going to be even more disappointed if I shouldn't have gotten it. But anyways, this is what it looks like. Really pretty bottle. Interesting. I appreciate the uniqueness. The cap here isn't that heavy, but it kind of is this like tortoise shell plastic cap, and then it has a gray bow. So because it's the only fragrance, we'll just spray it on this arm and we'll discover it together. Okay, it's definitely sweet pea rose. It's kind of a duet of both. And it also smells quite green. Not super green, but it's not just the florals. I feel like you get a bit of the garden surrounding them, which that makes sense with his description of trying to capture, you know, all those florals, geranium, rose, whatever, sweet pea, and the garden surrounding. And I definitely get that. I get a lot of sweet pea, honestly. And sometimes I feel like, at least in the opening, the sweet pea is stronger than the rose itself. I'm not getting any patchouli personally right now. Sometimes patchouli gets way too strong and like dirty on my skin, but it did list it in the base, so we will see. It is nice. I feel like it isn't wowing me right now, but I'm not hating it either. And I kind of suspected, this is what I suspected it would be like, that it would kind of fall in this middle ground and I perhaps didn't need it in my collection. I will obviously come back with second impressions later on down the road, see how I feel about it then. But as of now, it is kind of middle of the road for me. It is nice. I don't have a lot of fragrances that are very sweet pea centric or even list that in the notes. to me, Sweet Pea it just screams a note that's a lot more frequently used, at least in my experience, in like body splashes, and it's quite youthful of a note in my book. So yeah, it's kind of making this seem a little bit more young. The other thing I've heard about this that I'm eager to see and try out is that its lasting power and projection are really, really good. And that is something that I've noticed across the board. As a master perfumer, he just never lets down in that way. At least in my experience, every fragrance that I've worn of his, I think, has been beast mode to the max, whether it's his own line or for others. And that was very much the case of what they said this was going to be. So yeah, I think it's middle of the road for me. I'm curious to see if I do end up at some point, and it won't be anytime soon, because even this was a purchase where I was probably not going to make it. I have really, really slowed down, and I've been trying to just appreciate and do other videos that reflect and get into the fragrances I already have in my collection. But I just ended up being curious, especially for the price. So if I ever do try my Burberry Black, I'm curious to see if it's similar to this, because if it is, it's not going to be worth it for me. But as always, I will come back. Right now it's kind of middle of the road. I like it, I don't love it, but I don't hate it, and that's kind of what I suspected it was going to be. But let's see. The other really, really exciting thing I got, and I actually ended up only picking up 2, but there were 3 in store, are these Purity Made Simple, just their 2-in-1, or their 3-in-1, sorry, cleansers. I've been using this for years and years. It's not the most fun cleanser or, you know, special. It is just kind of your run-of-the-mill. It's an unscented, it's just a very simple, pure cleanser. But why I keep going back to this time and time again, year after year, is because out of every cleanser I've ever used, and I have used dozens upon dozens, this is the best one at removing every stitch of makeup, even stubborn eye makeup, from your face. And I've even used other cleansers and then gone back with this and still have seen that something's left. I'll think my face is completely clean, and then you use this and it still managed to get even cleaner. So I saw that there were 3 bottles. Again, I picked up only 2, and they're the 360 mils, and it's only $6.99. So I couldn't pass that up. It's incredible. I think I'm almost done, or I think I actually finished my last Purity bottle, and I usually wait until the Black Friday sales to pick up the large ones that will last me through the year. But these, I even checked the batch codes, because sometimes you can find nearly expired products at those kinds of stores, and these are still, you know, good for another year. And I only picked up 2 because I will only be really able to go through 2 in a year, so I didn't want it to go to waste, and also someone else can hopefully pick that up and enjoy the last bottle. So they might show up at your stores. Then a makeup product, and I really have not been purchasing makeup at all for a very, very long time, but this is just one I couldn't really pass up. And this is the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I think it's like $60 originally, I think, don't quote me on that, and this was just $16. So I have not obviously played with this yet. I have not tried it out. It still has its seal and everything. Again, I checked expiration and those dates, and it's all good, and it just has a sifter. So you'll take that off. I'll see if it smells like coconut. It really doesn't. It doesn't smell like anything, at least upon first impressions. And I'm a huge loose setting powder kind of person for day to day. I do have a pressed powder that I like to travel with, but at home, if I'm just doing my makeup on a normal day, I always use loose setting powder, and I'm excited to try this one out. And then the last 2 things, the first one are just these planing beauty razors. I always pick these up. They had a good deal on them for getting the 5 for $5, so I decided to pick it up. And yeah, I really, really do love those for eyebrows and just around the face. And then the last one, I mentioned in one of my other videos that I've started a new hair care routine, and it's really been helping. I've really, really enjoyed it. And part of that is to be better about only using these kind of hair turbans that are microfiber, and not using towels so that you have less breakage, especially if you have wavy or curly hair. I have wavy, dry hair. The microfiber towels really help. So I only have one right now, so I just picked up another, and they had really, really cute. This one's $5.99. They had a bunch of cute new designs in. So yeah, I got a pink and white polka dot one. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've been finding a lot of goodies or good finds at your nearest Marshalls, Winners, or TJ Maxx. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as always, in terms of fragrance, let me know if you've tried my Burberry and what you think about it, or if you're interested in trying it out. And don't forget to like this video. So I will see you next time. Bye!